year ago. I think this team this year will have more than moments because of Haggerty in general.
And so can they get back into the upper echelon of the big good games on the hardwood today? Here's another.
There's another good one from two elite conferences that make up 12 of the top 20.
Playing in the Big 12 for Kansas State.
You see Bashir on the outside with the pull from way outside. He's one of the best shooters
on the roster a year ago. They very much reloaded and retooled.
Well, that's today's world, and you know what you.
Von Porter got stripped, and Johnson takes it away for the Wildcats. Lead feed to Bashir. He's the marksman. Misfire talented than a year ago. They got some good guards, and Jerome Tang likes his backcourt.
Yeah, I just thought it was always my two daughters that brought in Hall's
AA tournament. But of course, most impressively at this level, Mark Mitchell on the drive, stuck.
Can guard all 5 positions. Dennis Gates needs him to up his rebounding numbers.
Now, this is Missouri basketball. Their brain looks very agile, lean here in his senior season.
He does, and Dennis talked about he's used to state. Boateng's out there already after his excellent performance in the national anthem with the second job. He wants to wander around. He might get an NIL deal for that.
He was on key. Jacob Curley last year got blocked by Boateng. Up ahead to Mack. Mack on the move. Drive. Going to the line.
Quick move, a quick decision. And one of the things the European players at first, the adjustment period, especially for a guy like Buka, who isn't young,
go after everybody.
Well, that's the thing now, Kevin. These staffs are so much bigger. Most schools have 5 assistant coaches and a general manager, and there's Buka.
If you caught that nugget on the graphic, they bring back 43% of their scoring. That leads all SEC teams. Floater in the
last year. When they did struggle, they went through big scoring droughts. I mean, Jerome's teams always play good defense, but the ability to knock down shots is going to be so important for him to improve. Gave him some decent minutes. He's pretty physical defensively. He's improved his skill level as well. Everybody probably about 20 minutes. We're going to look at different rotations, different lineups, and they have stuff. Stand over there and bark at their guys a little bit. Talk to the refs. Turn the lights on. Jerome Tang today, they were working this early today. Purdue and Kentucky. You know, UConn is playing Michigan State. And there's as Jerome Tang.
You missed the about first 7 minutes of this one. Just getting started. Kansas State by 4.
That there's no doubt both these coaches, as we get into the second half, will be playing this game to win for sure.
Incredibly valuable.
We want to force to outside the paint and put a lot of pressure on the perimeter, and then give help and then recover with our length.
Buddy today. Anthony Robinson, the reliable point guard, gets his man in the air and he connects.
Played about 23.
Missouri turning them over now. Bounce pass under Boateng. Count it! And the foul. With the big time Jay at the line. Boateng can do it all, musically and basketball. It's interesting to hear Dennis talk about his philosophies, portal philosophies in the offense.
Sometimes you get him on the rebound,
right,
and more than ever. And I think obviously he and his staff have done a good job with that.
The 10 newcomers for Kansas State. Has to give it over to Castillo. Back to Kostic. Contested 3 offline. That 3 is offline. So Kansas State a little less than 40% from the floor on the run out. Robinson, count it. Anthony Robinson definitely has a few more experienced returners coming back. They have 3 starters back. Castillo, which last year expected to take on a larger role. Phillips tracks it down. Robinson, yeah, for 3.
Well, the other works, and it has worked in the toughest conference in college basketball. Where K-State, these guys are, you've got a winning coach.
To finish, around the middle of the pack in their leagues. Boateng can't hit. Robinson, boy, Anthony Robinson is off to a good start. This is what's neat about a night like today. Preseason ball, 10 days from opening night. Rapique, that's good.
Barrett has the experience as well, trying to get into that rotation. I'm sure he will give them.
The All-American a year ago at Memphis, misfired from 15. Boy, Phillips just going to work on the big.
No miss.
it's a gauntlet in any sport, any and all.
Conference games for 1 year. There's a lot of blood left on the floor. Didn't really work out well.
There was already a lot of blood with 5. And it appears very much like it has been the last couple of years. Maybe the 2 strongest leagues in college.
He wouldn't have the job if he wasn't ready for it, so I'm sure they won't skip a beat. And his dad will still have a couple
transfer players.
PJ Haggerty talks about his scoring, but he's an excellent passer. He's very unselfish. And then you're going to practice for 5 weeks, and then you're going to play it for real. But now you can practice all summer. You got the 4 hours, have more opportunity to get to know each other, and they need it. They absolutely need it. It's hard as a coach. Gap, not a lot of wasted motion, and just tremendous footwork at the rim.
Extra pass to Stone. He wants it. Stone.
You think and you hope they can play, but you don't always know how they're going to react to the highest level of competition.
There's a turnover. And
well traveled, but experienced at a high level.
yes, 4th year, 4th different school. He's been
Rolodex, as they would say back in the day.
We'll do it again at the start of every year. Is there a foul? There is.
Like him, see his quickness. Get on that. Get in the weight room, which will be so important in this.
Ready for all the action on the gridiron. Game previews, the latest news from around the conference. So tomorrow they're in North. Yeah, so Rowe goes to high school. Father Tolton Catholic, about 10-minute player, 4-star. Sits down. So on this end,
the style of play.
this new era of Big 12 basketball. By the way, and then before us, earlier on the network, Kentucky, Purdue.
You know, Kevin, we all love college football, and rightfully so, and we're going to watch it all day. ABC Network of putting together better matchups early in the season, and this is another good step to build interest in the game.
Oh, Robin. Ike Garuke could not convert it.
Ike Garuke, he's got to come down with that. He's a little too far to try to lob, but comes back.
And those 2 are going to be front and center in that department. Cruz and Stone, they know they're with his eyes up. Abdi Bashir, no. Kansas State, just 3 of 13 from distance. Dennis Gates and this staff, they want him to look for his shot. Could he score 15 a game this year for Missouri? They want that.
I don't know. He's tried to double him on a few occasions, and he just keeps his dribble. He widens it out, then he finds an angle, he attacks one of the defenders, and then this season, which is great for college basketball, that those 2 have reunited that rivalry.
So Haggard, seconds to go in the first.
That's good recognition.
He's grabbing that left wrist. He's stretching it out. Meanwhile, here's Haggerty. 8 seconds on the timer. Haggerty to the rim, throws it up, count it. Seconds after the miss. This is Mack behind the back. 1 second. Mack floats it up, missed it. And Missouri takes as well. So the second half starts. Glad you're with us. Late night hoops, by the way, in Columbia with Tim Welsh, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. 3-pointers cleaning up the boards. This is the 7-footer. Oh, Phillips showing his nimble footwork underneath. Somehow winds up with it again. This time.
Phillips, I think it's important for him to get some major minutes in a game like this because of the fact he is experienced, but find out where he's going to.
Missed it off to the left. So Kansas State trying to tighten this one up. The latter half of that first half. Oh, there's Phillips. There. Yeah. Took some blows in that first half, perhaps. Here's a run out. Sebastian Mack on the break by a good margin at this point since about the midway mark of the first. Ike Haggerty got it taken away by Mack. Sebastian Mack. Oh, goes in.
About Sebastian Mack because Anthony Robinson has dominated, but that is a really good backcourt defensively first and foremost. But Mack played major minutes for them, but going back to Missouri.
And then Porter.
Different positions than a year ago. It's not so guard heavy. We're going to have our forwards and our bigs have the ability to step out and shoot as well.
You know, we mentioned before the Honor Boateng, sophomore from Little Rock. athletically refined. Also, he's a modern. Remember Jerry Stackhouse did that during his playing days in the NBA. He sang the anthem a couple of times, then played.
Something.
He started his own brass band. Or was that a woodwind? Sometimes I get it mixed up here. That one fall.
Unselfish.
Well, there's a block at the rim. Kansas State on the run out. Johnson driving kick. Haggerty gets Norweather flying and back
To that wing area and knock down shots as well.
intense start to the second half. This is fun. Good to see these two teams again. Missouri into the front court very quickly. Stone is calling for it. Here's Jaden Stone. And another.
Guys aren't holding on to the basketball. They move it from side to side at a good pace.
Johnson left wide open. That's a big. Kansas State has had a bit of the upper hand the last few minutes here. They're trying to trim the deficit.
Everything you got, they were just tremendous rebounders as well. They never were out of position. And that's where Dennis learned his way. He learned his lessons well. I mean, one thing, you can work for a great coach, but if you don't pay attention to what he's doing and understand the philosophy, he doesn't do you.
It's actually astounding. We were going through some of the names earlier today at their respective programs. And the question for Kansas State, again, they finished one game under 500 a year.
You know, are they going to be able to get enough scoring? But they're playing faster. I like the way they're playing.
Well, Phillips was left under.
Rotate in and out and not really lose a step.
They all seem pretty versatile, or particularly. But you nailed it. It's Phillips, Javon Porter as well. That three is offline, and the hammer.
They've been very good at just finding that little area just to get that inside angle and attack.
That time, evenly matched competition for the lead up to the season. McGriff trying to go to work. Kamari McGriff.
Look at Bashir. You look at Johnson. They're stepping up a level.
There were a couple of games where, with some experienced guards down, he had to step up, and he played well in his time.
Takes even a little bit more time because his teams traditionally, they do not allow easy paint.
That camaraderie, it's so critical, and of course, even at a juncture like this, it's still crystallizing. Sebastian Mack. Plus minus looks like when they come out onto the floor. We find out what takes him off the floor as well. Porter over the top. And it was 2012 when Missouri actually won the Big 12 tournament. They won 30 games that year. Kansas State was also a.
Kevin, another good, strong move to the rim by Boateng. And ability to play through contact. He's got a big, strong upper body.
There is some great upside for number 6 in the white. Bashir knocks down rookie. That time Randall might have gotten that shot partially blocked. Haggerty goes in strong and finishes. Robinson hits Porter, left it short. Porter again.
And that's rotations. Kevin, you asked about what coaches will take, and that's another thing. That's another teaching point. Any of those teams, I think any one of those top 6 or 7 could win the league. And at the end of the day, it's
wins in their exhibition bout against Louisville, and Darren Peterson, who of
6. The basics of basketball, the basics of how to prepare on the road. I mean, it was just a group of things that normal fans don't think of, but as a coach, you've got to make sure every little item.
To your point, it's different from the scrimmages, or it's different from those matchups, those scrimmages that are closed previously. The 4th Tiger with 10 or more points. He has 12.
Well, every coach likes to talk about their.
Boy, just lob it over the top to Phillips.
He's got to find an angle. He's got to read the defense. His teammates have to know where he is. You have to slide. And Dennis Gates did not hesitate to compliment him right away this afternoon.
14 points, 10 rebounds as well. So he exits with a double-double with 447 of preseason rankings. I mean, how much do they really mean? That always ebbs and flows by the year.
That's evident tonight. Number one, getting beat over the top. That's basic. They've got 10 days to get ready, and they'll keep getting better from that perspective. But some of their better players, but I don't think they're going to skip different looks on both ends. It's a great point. They look like they're Big 12 play. There's a happy balance. You've got to be aware of much early, because you can lose confidence with a young team, and then you can go the other games. And once you get to the league, you're going to have so many opportunities to get to the NCAA. Games is Connecticut, UConn, and Boston College, and Alex Carabin. Again, I think Kansas State, simple rotations back in transition, not getting beat over the top. That won't happen.
And for much of this one, I should phrase it that way. Randall, he does get one at the line that time. So the fresh
walk through the team store, I didn't see anything in that color there. Gates would not wear a pink tie because he doesn't like pink, but he likes that.
So in this preseason battle against Kansas State, some really high-level matchups, big-time programs around the sport. It's really great to see it.
They need their sleep. He doesn't want anything ridiculous to happen. 60 seconds to go
in an exhibition. The floor as a team, you liked how they moved the ball defensively. They did some good things.